Now, the Prime Minister's office announced today that the Memorandum of Understanding on the creation of the United National Front to represent good governance will be signed tomorrow. A number of factions held discussions today as well to contest under the UNF as a common alliance at the August 17th parliamentary polls.
Minister Rajitha Senaratne today announced that political parties and organizations that work towards the victory of Maithripala Sirisena during the presidential election have agreed to contest the general election as a common alliance.
The
UPFA has provided nominations to rogues, drug peddlers and ethanol dealers. We feel disgusted to contest with them. We are disgusted about this even though Mahinda Rajapaksa and the others are not. We will join hands with the forces that were there back then. The National Movement for a Just Society under Venerable Madlu Aviya Sobitatero, the Pivitru Hetak Organization of Venerable Ratanatero, the JHU of Minister Champika Ranavaka, the LSSP, the Communist Party and 49 other civil organizations that joined with us will be contesting under the United National Front ticket under the UNP symbol, the elephant.
Discussions at various levels took place at a number of locations in order to join the common alliance. A number of persons who held discussions at the residence of Minister Rajitha Senaratne left for Teppal trees for further discussions. Meanwhile, another discussion had taken place at the residence of Minister Partli Champika Ranavaka with Venerable Athuraliye Rathanathero. When Newsfirst visited Venerable Madulu Ave Sobitatero and inquired on the forming of a new alliance, he said that he cannot mention anything at that time. Meanwhile, Hirunika Premachandra signed the nomination papers to contest under the United National Front to represent good governance at the party headquarters Sirikota today. She said that she will contest from the Colombo district.
At present, a group of persons and members of parliament who supported the president prior to the January 8th election and who were instrumental in his victory has formed another alliance. I believe it's time that I be with the president and strengthen his hands as he gave a pledge to the country with regard to good governance. And I yet believe that President Maithripala will do just by the country and he'll steer the UPFA to leadership. And I believe that I should be to support him and strengthen his cause. As President Maithripala Sirisena, I believe, has a vision and mission, and I think it is just that I be in the UPFA and strengthen his hands.
I must clearly state that I will be contesting under the SLFP-led United People's Freedom Alliance ticket. If I get sick of politics, I will return home and engage in my profession. I will live happily with my children. I will never leave this party. I have not signed the nomination papers as yet. 2 or 3 parties from the alliance are hoping to contest from the Katana electorate. I believe that it will be unfair if more than 2 candidates are put forward. So discussions are taking place. Once it is resolved, I will sign the nomination papers.
I will not be contesting this election. There are a number of reasons for this. One is that those who are capable of using force and those who can spend a lot of money can move ahead than the others under the preferential vote system. I have held positions for 25 years, yet I cannot afford it. Therefore, there is no point in me contesting the polls this time. The Democratic Party maintains its stance that it will contest the elections separately. We are happy that they have formed an alliance. We see the forming of this alliance as one that is rising against the corrupt Mahinda Rajapaksa. Even though we are not in the alliance, we are of the stance to chase away the corrupt Mahinda Rajapaksa from politics. We will make the commitment.
ලංකාවේදී කතා කළෙත් නෑ. කියනවා ඔබතුමාලා මොකද හිතන්නේ? ඒක අලුත් දෙයක් නෙවෙයි නේද? අලුත් දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. ඒක අපි මොනන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝගේ දේශපාලන තීන්දුව.
It is nothing new. That is their political decision. You can only build public opinion once, not twice. 6 months after, things have changed. This will affect the voter base from before. The UNP's calculations are based on the 6.2 million. That is where it will be affected.
එතනටයි පාඩු වෙන්නේ. ඒ එක්සත් ජාතිපක්ෂයට ගියාය.
Persons who crossed over from the UNP are not capable of mounting pressure from the SLFP-led United People's Freedom Alliance. Persons like Rajitha Senaratne, MKDS Gunawardena are those who continuously spoke against the alliance. The people know what politics they follow. They cannot mount pressure. It is true that they came with the president, but it is not they who brought about change. A trend formed among the people casting aside any differences. The people are dissatisfied over the actions of the United National Party.
ජනතාව ඒව සම්බන්ධව කලකිරලා ඉන්නවා.
මේ අපේ එක්වීමත් එක්ක අපිත් එක්ක අමනාපය ටික දෙනෙකුත් ඉන්නවා.
Some will be angered with the alliance. However, what some say is true. Allies of President Maithripala Sirisena have decided to form a separate front and contest. That is not an issue. Persons like Venerable Ratanathero, Champika Ranawaka and Rajita Senaratne are those who made sacrifices. Therefore, we have spoken in brotherhood and decided to come together to form a government.
අවබෝධතාවයකින් වෙන් වෙන්න අපි කතා කරනවා.